So if you guys can recall, last week we had a 23 Allberry in the shop that was actually getting a little mini refit by the customer, but it came to us for some custom touches that he just wasn't able to wrap up. We had to do a non-skid job on the inside of the boat. We actually went with two-tone to offset some things that really looked nice when it was done. On the outside of the boat, we tied in a red all-grip boot stripe. It really set the boat off nicely. Once we pulled the boat away from Mike in the paint shop, it was time for Robbie to get that taco rub rail installed. Let me tell you, that really pulled the boat together. Dave was making some really good time on the dash panels, but I had to pull him off for an emergency job. But now it's time to get Dave back on this thing and wrap it up because Barry's ready to pick up his boat and we need to get this thing finished.
So after our little distraction, we were able to come back here and go ahead and wrap up our panel job that we were doing. So a little bit of finish work, some polishing and some fine tuning. After that, we went outside to the boat and started to prep it for epoxy and gluing it down because we want the effect of no screws. We mixed up a little bit of two-part epoxy and we used a combination of 5200 and a lot of clamps. And I can't stress that enough. We use the epoxy because it's fast set. And the 5200 does take a little bit longer for it to cure. So over time, the epoxy really is irrelevant because it'll actually kind of crack away if the boat's flexing a lot. The 5200 will not. It'll keep its properties and hold that panel on there, but it'll let it move a little bit. The epoxy helps us just set it a little quicker and hold the panel from shifting. You're gonna see that I use an awful lot of clamps, a couple different styles, squeeze clamps, C-clamps, because certain parts of the boat you can only get a certain type of clamp in there, so it's a good, have a good variety. So while we're using all these clamps and tape and everything, Mother Nature decided to give us another curveball yet again. We waited a little bit, we were able to get back out there and wrap it up and get everything glued down, and we're gonna let it sit 24 hours, unless Brian's got more stuff for me to do, then it could be 36 to 48 hours, and then we'll get back on the boat and go ahead and finish installing all of our components. So after we waited our 24-hour period, we were able to get up on the boat. It's a very complicated procedure here. You gotta be careful removing the clamps. You don't wanna drop them, then you have to bend over. When you're removing the clamps, you're looking for the 5200 to look like you had good seal, so usually it oozes out evenly all around your openings. This way you know you got good adhesion. Good adhesion. That sounds pretty good. So after everything's all removed and said and done, just give it another final look and kind of notice needed just a little bit of touch-up work, so I use my barrel sander to just make sure everything just slides in nice and easy, because you don't want to snap stuff in there because then you can snap and crack your acrylic. So on this project on the dash panel, we're installing a bunch of these new cup holders because everybody's using the big tumbler cups now like Engel makes, and these really accept it real nice. They won't blow out as you're underway on the waterway and whatnot. After the cup holders were installed, we went ahead and installed our chart plotter, depth finder, and then we moved on to our Yamaha products. We put in our binnacle, key switch, our Yamaha gauge. And after all the setbacks we had, it was just real fulfilling to have this thing done. And I hope the customer enjoys it.
So finally, the 23 Allberry is all wrapped up. I gave Barry a call. He came over to the shop to take a look at the boat. All right, Barry, so basically we had a couple of holes we had to fill just to make it to where we had a solid area. We glass and glue everything in. The black acrylic really came out nice. We custom cut everything to fit. We polished all the edges nice on the outside. It's a really nice layout. It came out really good.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. And then we got the two-tone on the non-skid. You guys redid all our non-skid.
The non-skid came out really nice. I was really glad with the selection we went with on the color. It really tied into the existing stuff on the inside. I know you had to bring the wife in to check to make sure she was going to be
the right
happy
color
with it, and it really worked out good. And I hope you guys really like it. It really finished off nicely. Following out to that black rub rail, that really completed the boat.
Yeah, the boat needed the new rub rail, and then the bottom paint, you guys did that sandblasting first.
Yeah, we
because
completely stripped the bottom, all the old
years.
layers and years of paint. It's actually going to make the boat more efficient. You're going to notice that the next time you get out on the boat and run it. All right, so that's it for the Allberry project. She's all wrapped up. She's out of here. Now I can't wait to see what the boat looks like when Barry gets it all wrapped up with the finishing touches.